And hi everybody, I'm Chef India, your host. This is Sauce, Spice, and Smoke. Today we're in my kitchen. We're gonna do something really delicious today. And this is something that I typically do all the time, but haven't done on the show as of yet. We're gonna be cooking with alcohol. Now, we're not gonna do it to the point where we're drunkening our food and you can't eat it and you can't taste the flavor of the ingredients that we're using. But alcohol is a good tool. We're gonna be cooking with some white wine today, and we're gonna make a classic French sauce called a Beurre Blanc. Okay, Beurre Blanc is an alcohol-based sauce. It's made with white wine and butter and cream and goodness, and we usually eat it with fish, lobster, scallops. All of those seafoody things are really great with a Beurre Blanc, but you can also do it with chicken. I've seen it with a lot of different types of ingredients. You can use it for a lot of your protein. So I'm gonna show you how to make this sauce today, right? But before we do that, let's go ahead and get into our ingredients for this. We have salt and pepper. Always salt and pepper is the foundation to taste. As I just mentioned, the foundation of this particular sauce though is white wine vinegar, heavy cream, and butter. And then we've got this garlic herb blend that we use. We're gonna use that to season our salmon for our protein today. Also for the sauce, we start off with shallots. Now, shallot is the way that you're gonna start. It's a very onion-based thing. You guys know what a shallot is. And we're going to chop and saute down this shallot, and we are going to basically add flavor to our sauce. We're gonna strain it afterwards because you don't really want those chunks of shallot in your sauce, but we're gonna start off with sauteing this, and this is gonna give us some flavor to our sauce. This lemon, we can add lemon to a Beurre Blanc. You will see a lot of recipes where lemon is included in a Beurre Blanc, but I'm actually gonna use this for my salmon. On the side, we're going to saute some asparagus. We're gonna salt and pepper those. Chives for garnish, and then we've got our beautiful looking piece of salmon here that we're probably gonna cut into two and make two pieces. We're gonna pan-sear this after we season it and then bring our dish together. So yeah, let's get started. First thing that we need to do is we need to season our salmon. We're gonna season that first so it can take some time, let those flavors that we're about to put into it meld while we then go and create our sauce and prepare our other elements for this dish. So the first thing we're gonna do for our salmon is we're gonna add a little lemon flavor. So I'm gonna peel a lemon. It's really easy to peel a lemon with a lemon peeler, especially if you want the zest. If you're not really skilled enough to take a knife to take that lemon peel and peel it off without that white pith, that white part of the skin, that's the part we don't want. It's really bitter. So if you don't really have the technique to do that, the best trick that you can do is take a standard vegetable peeler, peel your lemon, and then you can cut that up. We're gonna mince it up really small, and all that citrus flavor we're gonna add to our salmon. Along with the peel, we're gonna add the juice of the lemon. So we're gonna juice these 2 lemons and get all that in there, and that's going to help marinate our salmon. For the seasoning, we're gonna add our garlic herb blend. We're going to add salt and pepper. And once all these things are incorporated in our salmon, we're just gonna let this hang out, let that marinate while we go ahead and we start making our sauce. So the Beurre Blanc, right? We talked about how it's wine-based. We're gonna use white wine. Today we're using a Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blancs are usually medium dry. They're not gonna be really sweet. You don't wanna use a really sweet wine. You don't wanna add any of that added sugar to your flavor profile. So get something that's medium dry. You don't have to use a Sauv Blanc, but I suggest that you use a Sauv Blanc for this recipe. But what we're gonna do first is we're gonna cut some shallots. So we need to add flavor for this. We're gonna cut down 2 banana shallots. The banana shallots are the large ones. We're gonna cut them down. They don't necessarily have to be really thin or thick because at the end of the day, we're not really using them in the sauce. We're gonna strain it off. Once your shallots are cut, you're going to take a sauce pot and dry heat add your shallots in, right? So no oil, anything like that. Just add your shallots, and then what we're gonna add is we're gonna add a cup of wine, and we're going to add a 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, right? So those things with the shallots are going to cook down. It's going to reduce, and you want to cook that down until the liquid is almost gone and your shallot is translucent. That's how you know you're good to go. You think like, oh, where's all the liquid? Don't worry about that because we're about to add some cream, we're about to add some butter, and that's what's going to bring this Beurre Blanc to life. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of cream. We're gonna salt and pepper to taste. And then we're gonna add 1 stick of extra creamy butter. I did cut them down a little bit to size, but you're gonna add 1 stick of creamy butter. Really, you want some fresh butter, but there's some American-based butters. You just want something that's really creamy, and it could be salted or unsalted. Just keep in mind, if you do use salted butter, that you don't want to use as much salt when you're salting for taste, right? So this is gonna cook down. It's gonna come together. And really, it just depends on your Beurre Blanc. Sometimes you want to add lemon, sometimes you don't. So based off the color, this white balance that we got is great. Then what we're going to do is we're going to strain it. We're going to strain off the shallot because the shallot was mostly for flavor, but we're not going to waste it. We're actually going to put it into our plate presentation, and this shallot is really good, so we're going to put it on a plate and we're going to eat it along with this salmon. So the sauce is basically done. It's great. It's green. It's good for you. It's very simple to season. All you really need is salt and pepper, and that's all we're gonna use today. You can cut it however you want to. Just keep in mind that the bottom stems of asparagus aren't the greatest part, so you just wanna cut it down to where you don't use the very bottom. We're gonna get a pan. We're gonna get some oil, medium-high heat. We're gonna go ahead and add the salt and pepper to the foundation of that. So when it's hot and we add the asparagus, it's already seasoned, and all we have to do is cook it till it's fork tender. So very quickly you cook your asparagus and then you're done. Last thing we're going to do for this dish is we're going to pan-sear our salmon. We've already seasoned it, so we're going to take a pan, some oil, again, medium-high heat, and we're going to pan-sear our salmon. We're going to go skin down first. We want crispy skin. We're going to flip it, then go to the bottom side, get a great sear on that. And then it doesn't hurt to go ahead and, put the salmon on the left side, right side again, so you get that perfectly cooked center. And what we're looking for is the salmon to be cooked to medium or 125 degrees Fahrenheit if you have something to check your temperature in the middle of your salmon. But eyeballing it, cook it to medium, and that will be perfectly cooked salmon. And now we're ready to plate this dish. That does it for today. We cooked a great dish using salmon. We made a very classic French-inspired sauce, a Beurre Blanc, and it's a great way to incorporate a sauce that has alcohol. Again, we cooked it out with some white wine vinegar and some shallots, and basically made a very luxurious, simple dish. It was very rich in flavor, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it for today. So, as always, if you want more videos, you want more sauce, spice, and smoke, go ahead to our YouTube channel, like our videos, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be the first to know when we do these and be the first to know to try out these recipes. So looking forward to doing more for you guys. I'm Chef India. That's about it for today, and I'm out. Peace.